Ever since late Season 3, when Fortnite's storyline became popular, there has been a big question that has been asked over and over, and that question is Fortnite Battle Royale a simulation or not? There are a good amount of theories to argue both points, and in this video I hope to shed some light and let you guys decide for yourselves based on facts. So, with that said, let's get into it. So I want to start off by saying that I am currently live over on Caffeine.tv, giving away free battle passes, V-Bucks, and so much more. If you want a chance to win and hang out, you should click the link in the description labeled Caffeine.tv, hit me with a follow, and come join me. And of course, be sure to use the best code in the Fortnite item shop, that code being Pineapplez YT. Make sure you send me proof on Twitter, and I may just hit you back with that follow. So I want to start off by talking about this Reddit post from user The Toasted Leaf, who says, Jules, engineering perfection with a mysterious twist, part of the 7 set. The theory is, I think Jules is a member of the 7, back when she was just a portrait on Midas's desk. Her name in the files was The Engineer. Sound familiar? The Visitor, the Scientist, the Paradigm. The next addition to the list could be the Engineer. She designed the device and seems to be an extremely important part of the storyline. Now, to start off, it definitely is interesting that all of the different names of the 3 of the 7 that we know so far start with the Paradigm, the Visitor, and the Scientist. Of course, it would make sense for the rest of them to also be prefaced by the word the, although I'm not ready to commit to the fact that the Engineer, aka Jules, is a part of the 7 just yet. Now, as far as the rest of the theory goes, saying that she designed the device, I'm pretty sure it was Midas, because of course everything points towards it being his device. Even the LTM loading screen said his device is ready and his plan is in place. Although that doesn't mean that Jules in some way didn't help him make that device, or possibly even made it for him based on Midas's blueprints, although I'd say that's a little less likely. We don't know what role the Engineer actually played in the Chapter 2 Season 2 storyline where the device took place, but we do know there is some significance based on the fact that her picture was in Midas's room and she showed up on the file inside of the office during the device event. So there's definitely something going on in the background from Jules, aka the Engineer, but we don't exactly know what yet. It's been quite a long time since we've had a member of the 7 revealed to us. It's been at least 8 or 9 months, and it makes me wonder if that chapter in the storyline is just kind of closing, and maybe we will never know who the rest of the 4 of the 7 were. That might be just how Epic dialed it up too, and would make sense considering they don't like to give everything away. If they gave away every member of the 7, it might make things a little easier for us to put together, and you would think that would be a good thing. It would be, at least for us, but if you think about it, it would actually open a lot of doors for us to figure stuff out that Epic may or may not want us to actually do. So only time will tell, but I do hope we at least get some more of the 7 revealed to us over time. So next up, we have a theory for the simulation, and this is by user Flaming Paper, and it says, based on the device event, it's basically confirmed that Battle Royale is a simulation created and run by characters in Save the World. Battle Royale itself is a loop of jumping from the battle bus, fighting as the storm closes until one player remains, and then everyone respawns and rinses and repeats. The device was when Midas, an AI in Battle Royale, worked to create a device to push back the storm, breaking the loop, and thus the simulation. During the event, it was evident that the people running the simulation can almost hotfix it in real time, which they did with the wall of water when the storm was broken, until they fixed the storm. So these people running the simulation can clearly control aspects of the simulation itself in real time. My theory is that the 7 are a group of 7 employees who willingly entered the simulation in order to balance and update the game whenever issues arise. If the 7 are indeed working for the creators of the simulation, then this explains why, when the event started for Season X, the storm was taken down. The developers were capable of breaking the loop temporarily so the 7 could execute their plan. There are a lot of parts of this theory that I like and that makes sense, but there are also a lot that can be counter-argued with decent logic, so I'm going to present the counter logic to you here, and then I want you to go in the comment section down below and tell me whether or not you believe Fortnite Battle Royale is actually a simulation or not. So one of the main counter arguments I've seen is, if this is just a loop of jumping from the battle bus, killing each other, the storm closing in and dying and respawning, then how do POIs update? How does the rig last season explode and then it transfers over? If it's just a loop and it keeps going back, then wouldn't it just go back to normal the next time you load into a game? What about the device Midas was making? If every 20 minutes the game and the simulation resets, then how does he make any progress making this device, which undeniably took him many weeks? Reddit user StickNinja1015 made a post in reply to this comment, which actually breaks down a lot of the counter arguments in detail. He starts by saying, if it's a simulation, then how do we leave? I mean, quite literally, how do we get up from our computers or game consoles and just walk away? How can you go back into the lobby voluntarily and choose your game modes and do anything you want? If it's a simulation, you would think you would have no control. If it's a simulation, then how did Drift enter? Remember, Drift was from the real world who took a rift and ended up in our Fortnite world. If the entire simulation is just people fighting over and over again, then how do they have normal lives? We know a lot of the characters have normal lives because you can see it inside of the loading screens, especially back in Chapter 1. Another point is, if Midas's goal was to break us out of the simulation with the device, wouldn't that just kill us all, seeing as we're effectively just lines of code inside of the simulation? How does John Jones, aka Agent Jonesy, not know what's going on when we go to that office during the event? He has no clue what's happening to the storm, even though he's apparently a part of the people running the simulation. During the end event in Season X, the storm was shut off. That is actually true, but to counter argue that, if the loop was broken, then why does nothing, minus the storm being absent during the event, change? Shouldn't speech be possible, since the only reason we can't talk is because of the loop? As you can see, there are tons and tons of reasons why this isn't a simulation, but there are also tons and tons of reasons why this is a simulation, and I don't know which way to go because both sides make such good, valid points. However, if you put me on the spot and made me guess right now whether or not this is a simulation, I would lean towards no, but I'm not confident in saying that. The simulation theory has been one of the biggest ones and one of the most popular and most widespread theories about Fortnite ever since its release, and this is something that I believed and still kind of believe to an extent, but now more and more information is coming out, especially since the device event, that's kind of making me slowly change my mind. I've only scratched the surface with some of the theories. If you have any more reasons why Fortnite either is or isn't a simulation, be sure to let me know in the comments section for a chance to be featured in one of my upcoming videos. And now, I have the question of all questions for you. Is Fortnite Battle Royale a simulation? Let me know in the comments section whether or not you believe it is or isn't. I really hope we get some more context about this. Hopefully at some point, it might be years from now, but I hope at some point Epic will kind of clear some of this stuff up for us. I know they like ambiguity and mixed meanings and not exactly telling you what happened for sure, but I think it would be cool if down the line they release like a short 10 or 15 minute movie, possibly playing it at Risky Reels or even in Party Royale, that explains what's happened over the course of 12 seasons or so, because I'm super invested in this storyline. Obviously, you guys know that. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. As a reminder, I'm currently live right now on caffeine.tv, so swing by via the description below and check me out, hang out, and maybe you'll even win a gift. Who knows? Anyone can win any given game. Make sure to subscribe if you're not a subscriber and drop a like down below. Every little bit of support really helps my channel out more than you ever know. I'll catch you in my next upload, and until then guys, take it easy and peace out, my friends.